Hey, good morning.
Morning. It's Monday. It is the 10th of June and it is an absolutely lovely morning out there again. Chilly this morning, but that's fine because the sun is out and we're going to see it generally like that all across the county today. Highest temperatures of 14 or 15 degrees in what's expected to be mostly blue skies and sunshine. So not bad for a start of the week, I think.
No, it's absolutely beautiful morning. I don't know if you can tell, but in studio here it's really bright this morning. It's gorgeous. It's kind of middle of the day kind of brightness. It's been strange. Okay, some of the big stories in our papers this Monday morning. A lovely photograph on the front page of the Times Ireland edition today, taken at the Dublin Kite Festival, which happened yesterday. I was at the beach on Saturday night and my brother tried to fly a kite and it was far too windy, so you got to get the conditions right for the old kite flying. But some lovely photographs inside the paper today as well from the Kite Festival, which happened over the weekend. Michael Gove in trouble as well this weekend and admitting to cocaine use, and he's now pleading for a second chance as he hopes to become the new leader of the Conservative Party, but that has obviously not gone down well. He condemned drug users when he was himself a journalist, and then over the weekend had to admit that he had indeed tried cocaine a couple of times. So the leadership hopeful accused of double standards there, says the Times Ireland edition.
The Irish Independent says mother and baby mix-up scandal reports case as kidnapping to Gardaí in her search for the truth. This is the one with the centre of the St Patrick's Guild baby mix-up. In the case, it was reported as a matter of kidnapping to Garda Síochána. So I think this story, if I'm right, and again correct me if I'm wrong, I think it revolves around the fact that when she was born, she was given to the wrong mother, and then another child was given to her mother, and so on, and it's years later that they realise that mistake. But that's in the Irish Independent. Along with the Minister says easy money tempts the best of people. Dozens of exaggerated insurance claims as people see the opportunity to cash in. That's according to the front page of the Independent this morning.
Front page of the Irish Examiner, a spectacular photograph on the front page of tight walk. What are they called?
Tightrope.
Tightrope walkers. Tightwalk ropers.
Tightwalkers.
That's a pretty crazy photograph taken in Cork yesterday. Wow, like that. Older people quizzed on downsizing is another story in the Irish Examiner, and obviously it's a big issue and a big problem in the country, and lots of elderly people living on their own in a house that they brought up a big family in, perhaps, so they might be living in a 4-bedroom house on their own, and now people are looking into ways that they could incentivise people to sell those properties to families and people with kids who need bigger houses, and that they would downsize themselves. So that's an interesting story on the front page of the Irish Examiner today. And in the Munster Hurling Championship yesterday, banner bailout is the headline. Limerick absolutely crushed Clare yesterday in a shambolic display. I saw a bit of that game. I think it ended up, there was 13 points in it in the end or something, so it was just that awful result for Clare. And I actually had to Google this, and I don't know why I didn't kind of notice it earlier, why Limerick have no sponsor on their jersey.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, actually.
Yeah, so they've no sponsor on, I don't think, the football jersey either. And I think it's because JP McManus is their sponsor.
Oh, okay.
And obviously has said to them, no, it's grand, you don't need to.
Yeah, I often wonder that, because when the first time they wore their new jersey was actually against Kerry.
Yeah.
They came to us at Slack Park and wore it, and I was commenting that, and I was like, oh, maybe they just don't have a new jersey for 2019 yet. But,
do you know, I Googled it, and the answer wasn't that. It didn't say there was no sentence that says no sponsorship because he says that's okay, but he just was like, the other sponsor is JP McManus, and
fair enough.
Seems to be kind of easygoing about that kind of thing.
The Mirror this morning says mum tells her son, who was 10 years of age, was crushed while queuing to buy Yeezy trainers at Brown Thomas in Dublin. Over 100 people queued outside Brown Thomas to get their hands on the Kanye West runners.
How much are they now, I wonder?
I haven't a clue, actually. I'm not sure.
150 anyway, I suppose, would they?
I don't know. And Irish researchers discover potential way to warn epilepsy sufferers of oncoming seizures is another headline in the Mirror as well this morning.
So let us know how your weekend went. Did you get up to anything exciting? There was loads going on in the county. It was a really, really busy weekend. We'd love to hear from you. Give us, you can message here or you can text or WhatsApp us once we get the show underway in about 4 minutes' time.
Top trends in Ireland this morning. The Canadian Grand Prix is trending. A very controversial end yesterday as Vettel, who actually won the race, was then given a 5-second penalty and was given second place instead, and Hamilton was awarded the race winner. I think they're going to object to that, actually. Keanu Reeves is trending this morning. He was on stage at this E3 convention yesterday where Microsoft revealed a load of new stuff about their new Xbox, including the name of the current project, which is called Project Scarlet. But the reason that Keanu Reeves was there is because he's the voiceover on one of their new games that's out next year. So he was kind of given a speech and being interviewed on stage yesterday. And Limerick versus Clare is obviously trending as well this morning. I watched that, alright, and it was just Limerick were awesome, but Clare were very poor yesterday.
Yeah,
so
I actually fell asleep watching it, and then I woke up and I was like, oh god.
it didn't live up to the Kilkenny-Galway game, which I didn't see. I heard the dying minutes of it, and apparently it was an absolute belter. But anyway,
Rory McIlroy's trending, and good news for Rory, who won the Canadian Open as well over the weekend, so people are talking about that too. 6 days till Father's Day. If you haven't decided what you're going to do to treat your dad to something special this weekend, it's coming up this Sunday. And I like this. A psychotherapist says that talking to yourself is far from the first sign of madness. It's actually good for you. And the reason I like that is because I talk to myself a lot. I always have. Yeah, have you?
Yeah, I always talk to myself,
Yeah. No, I talk to myself a lot.
Yeah, it sounds mad, but when I'm sitting in the car, I'd have full-blown conversation with myself. It's kind of my way of trying to remember things.
Yeah.
Like, I'd just be saying, oh yeah, and I go home now and I'll actually do this. And actually, do you know what else I'll do now?
Yeah, I'm doing it the whole time.
Always doing that kind of crack, yeah.
I need it, I think, to kind of organise myself. Kind of like what you're saying. When I go home now, I'll have to do that and that and that. It's like, if I don't write something down or say it out loud, it doesn't stay in my head at all. I was the same at school. I had to write everything to learn it. And my brothers were different. They'd be just like, read, gone into the head. Whereas I'd be like, read, written down, read back over again, and then it might go into your head.
I also talk back to the radio as well.
Do you?
Yeah. So, like, you know.
Giving out, like?
Yeah. That's total bullshit. I'm always like that kind of crack as well,
yeah. Best of luck if you're doing exams today. I had the Leaving Cert and Junior Cert timetable last week. I've now lost it. So, I don't know. There's definitely exams on today, though, so best of luck to you with those. Listen, we better go. We're on air in about a minute here in Radio Kerry. Who's for breakfast? 700 quid. That means we've got a clue today.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I better run the clue by you, because if it's too good, you'll kill me.
I met people yesterday who said, and she said it's going to be a really good clue. And I'm sitting there kind of going, oh, God.
Right.
Anyway,
have a great day, guys.
Enjoy your day and happy Monday. Good luck.
Bye-bye.